It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Cool, I hope not. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. Oof, that's the first sign. We sent each other one text, sorry. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. I mean, we kind of expected that from her already. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Well, you can't keep putting your own life on hold just for somebody else. I mean, that's not right. Oh, I have a front door. Yay. I decide to visit Sayori. Oh, no, we're going to Sayori's place. I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. How far away did she live, by the way? I knew she lived close, but I wasn't quite sure how close we lived. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. What, you like send her a message, just go, yo, I'm coming over, or did you actually talk to her? I just noticed all the music is cut out. Awesome. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Do you have keys to this house? She has parents as well. Are her parents okay with some chick, barging into their daughter's space? Especially when they're not home. They must really approve of me. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. That's great, but that doesn't change the fact that the doors would be freaking locked. Oh wait, was this first made in Japan? Because they probably could leave their doors unlocked because it's so bloody safe over there. It's fantastic. I miss it. Actually, that's a good point. Was this game originally made in Japanese? No, because that meta joke about the name not working in translation wouldn't work if it was in Japanese. Yeah, nah, must have always been in English. Anywho, the house is quiet. Yeah, the game is quiet as well. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. How do you even know she's home? Like, it didn't say that I called her specifically. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Mish. Now the music starts, yay. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different, so she did take a call. Fine then. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. She doesn't really have much in the way of wall decorations. She's got a calendar and then bare walls. So I don't really know what you're referring to. And her ferns, I know that's a type of like plant they are, but they look bloody dead. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? How did she find out about that? I didn't tell her that because I haven't spoken to her since Friday. So somebody else must have told Sayori. How does she know? Yeah, but wait, off. I keep getting ahead of a story. My character often says what I would say. Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monika told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Oh, that's true, it is a festival preparation because we're cupcaking. That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monika today? Of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So? Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Mish. I am equally confused. Why can't it just be like it's always been? You're the one who took me to the literature club, lady. If you don't like what's happening, you've got no one to blame but yourself. Okay. Yep, She's already taken that to heart. Fantastic. This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. What? When did she express her feelings? Like, more than just implicitly? You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I can't believe she thinks she's been punished. Wow. I think it's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori, I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? Is it just me or does she have one arm shorter than the other? Shoulder goes from here to elbow. Shoulder goes from here to elbow, and it doesn't look like it's like further forward. Well, I mean it is, but not as much as it's insinuating by the short forearm. Then it's not that much of a distance, it going forward and that going back. Your arm should be longer. I'm sorry, Sayori, you've got a deformed arm. I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Mish. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Mish? Well, why the frig else do you think I'm here, Sayori? I didn't come here to have a cool chat about your cow in the background. I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because you want to sleep in like every other person in the world? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. Well, are you seeing somebody for your depression? Are you taking medication? I know that medication's not for everybody because it can affect them in other ways, but generally it's the most common form of starting to heal yourself. Have you seen somebody? What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Mish. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. Wow, that's a convoluted way of looking at things. I don't want to be cared about. It seems odd. I mean, this is not true of everyone, but I know that in a lot of cases, when people are like Sayori and that they have very low self-worth, they want to be cared for by others. But she's the opposite. She doesn't want to be cared for by others. It's very interesting. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Jeez, wow, that's stark. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. I thought you were happy that we're happy, yet suddenly you're not happy that we're happy? This doesn't make any sense. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Honey, the world doesn't revolve around you. I'm sorry, but you're being a little self-important right now. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. I mean, are your parents aware of your depression, BT dubs? You'd think they would be after, knowing you your entire life. So why have you not seen a psychologist by now? I mean, again, doesn't work for everybody, but for most people it does. It starts to help them, find a way to give themselves self-worth, to try and see themselves in a slightly more positive light at the very minimum. Yet, it doesn't seem like she's even tried. Or her parents at the very least. Even if she couldn't give a shit, her parents don't appear to have even tried to have redeemed her. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, I don't think that's possible. That's what I'll do. No, Mish. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. I really don't know what she's referring to, by the way. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. No they don't. She just looks a little apprehensive. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. Oh, there are the tears. And I was punished by my heart, hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Mish. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. Mish, we joined the club for the cupcakes. It had nothing to do with Sayori. I wouldn't have it any other way. Mish. It's interesting how it's just a black screen here because it never shows you your character. So it can't show this hug because it involves you. Very interesting. But it does help me continue to envision myself as female. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Mish, What am I doing to her that's so repulsive? Excuse me for trying to give you comfort. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. Doesn't work like that, honey. I hate to break it to you. It's a little more deep-rooted an issue than that. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. Clearly, you've only said it like 4 times. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Mish, and I don't understand why you haven't sought help for now. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Oof, that screen almost looks bright after the black one. Sayori lets me go. Oh no, sorry, the sun just came up from behind the clouds. That's just IRL. And then she does so I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? I can think of better things to do with my time and other things I would like to see without her, but okay. It's what I want. It's not what I want. I hate how this game is putting words in my mouth. Other games give you choices. This game does not give you choice at all. False. Novel simulator. Here. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. Well, I don't find that very surprising. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? Not really. It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at home anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Why does my house look exactly the same as Sayori's? Without delay, open the front door to let her in. Why is everybody wearing pink? So, hey, I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than a school uniform totally threw me off. Why? It's still a shirt and skirt. She's got the exact same hairstyle. How is that throwing you? Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Why? The uniform's kind of cute. Maybe that's just me. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. Where are the ingredients? I see you brought a lot of stuff. Her hands are empty. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that's probably full of baking supplies. What do you mean probably? Of course it's bloody full of baking supplies. What's it full of? Condoms? Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. That's why I said to do it at your house. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Wait, why did I pay for this shit? I don't even bake. Well, I do. She doesn't. Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Why? Actually, that's a good point. I don't have a job. How did I pay for this? Did my parents just give me allowance to waste on Natsuki's ingredients? This doesn't seem right. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? I think she's a little different just away from Yuri, but whatever. Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What, you're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Mish? You've got arms, bitch. Carry it yourself. Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? Gentlewoman? I grabbed the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Ugh, this is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? Not really. I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, it's getting close and personal. Back off. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words, and her face turns red. Natsuki, forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. Ow! Knee! Oof! Stupid desk. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that? Anyway, just trust me on this. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. Haha, you get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Mish. How is that a weakness? You called me gross for absolutely no reason and I protested to the term. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please, spare me. Whatever will I do? Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Well, no shit. Did you think you could get away with doing it all at once? Plus, wouldn't you want different flavored cupcakes? Why would you want all of them to be the same? That's so boring. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up a precious baking. Mish, where did you put the food colouring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To colour the batter, of course. Making each tray a different colour. Okay, so it's going to taste the same, but it's going to look different. That's an interesting approach. That way, even if the flavours aren't different, everyone can still pick their favourite. That's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food colouring into each. That does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. I mean, following instructions works fine for me. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that, too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food colouring then. Wait, why am I using it? She's the one pouring the batter. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food colouring. Yeah, it's getting there. We're using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. Wait, what? Why are you making the icing already? The cupcakes haven't even gone in the freaking oven and you're already making the icing? One, no one has that many bowls to make them all separately. You usually use the same bowl for both things. But two, it's just gonna sit there on the bench for like however long the shit has to bake for, and then it's gotta cool for quite some time because it has to be fully cool before you put the icing on it. Why are you making the icing already? This blows my mind. It makes no sense. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. I don't think Mish has ever used a freaking electric mixer in her life. Natsuki, you know, not everybody has. I mean, I have baked a lot of cupcakes in my time, so I have. But your average person doesn't usually use an electric mixer. So, yeah, especially in this context, a dude definitely wouldn't have used an electric mixer unless they were into like homework or something. Geez, I'll be here all night if you just do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. Why didn't you teach me how to do that earlier? I mean, honestly, you could have told me that from the start and we wouldn't have had this issue. You really need to beat the crap out of it. It's a fair assessment. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. Oh god, do not tell me we play with icing. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Honey, it's my icing, you're doing the batter. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? Oh my god, I keep saying what she says. I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Oh god, is it gonna go flying everywhere? The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross. You just got it on my face. I have the tiniest bit on my finger. Logic supposes I'm facing away from you, yet somehow my finger and the icing has made it onto your face. Can someone please explain to me how? And whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. It's on your cheek. Of course your tongue is not going to reach it, and you would look stupid trying. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. You know, I think I finally realized one of my problems that I'm having with this game compared to other visual novels. Other visual novels, you actively choose to pursue your particular love interest. So you are actually interested in all these so-called intimate moments, you know? You're wanting to get to those moments. In this game, I don't like any of these chicks. It's making me cringe so hard at being forced into these romantic interactions with these chicks. Oh, it's just, it makes my skin crawl. It grates because I'm not interested. Okay, Monica maybe, she's the best out of the lot. But I just, I think it's why I don't like it, because it's not a choice that I've made. It's something that's been forced upon me, and I'm not comfortable with that. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. Why is she in summer clothes and I'm in winter clothes? This makes no sense. Again, she's got a vampire tooth hanging out. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. Oh god, what are you gonna do? Oh, for fuck's sake. As I said, if it had been a love interest I'd actively chosen. Cool, great, love it. Didn't choose her. Ew. I take Natsuki's finger, and is this the same finger that she already put in her own mouth? Because that's double ew. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. What? Oh, her eyes look really widely spaced. I like the colours of her eyes, though. Did you seriously just... Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Mish, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls. Unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Oh, I don't know, Mish. Maybe when you suggestively took her finger into your mouth. Gee. And pinned her against the wall for that matter. Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Maybe because you're not breathing? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts to go off. Oh, you actually put the batter in the oven? When did that happen? Oh, don't tell me you just burnt it all as well. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Coughs. No wonder. You left the dirty tray in here, dummy. What? 1, child in the family, not the one doing the cooking. 2, a tray in the oven is not going to cause it to start smoking enough to set off a fire alarm. It's just a tray. Even if it's got something dirty on it, it wouldn't have that effect. You should have checked before turning the oven on. Why? What kind of dumb fuck leaves a dirty tray in the oven? So why would you check for that? And then why am I blaming her for not checking when it's my oven as well at the same time? Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. Why is it blackened though? She sits on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Do you want to maybe air it out so the stench of the blackened shit gets out of the oven? Because that's going to stick to your cupcakes. I'm telling you now. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Well, at most you could only fit 3 in there, so that's, what, 30? I hate maths. 6? Cupcakes, which doesn't really seem like a lot. I was under the impression that we were doing like 6+ batches. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing, like nothing ever happened. Ah, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows... What do you mean by cute? They're just different colours of sponge, of springy, flour-based substance. How is that cute? You gotta decorate them for them to look cute. Anywho. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, skip the icing into these bags. Why are we already putting the icing in the bags? The shit just came out of the oven. It's just gonna melt the icing, Natsuki. You should know this. You've done this before. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. Plastic bags? Okay, I suppose piping. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though. Why not? Why not? Why can't we make flowers? What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you could also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like, happy birthday or whatever. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Do not tell me you're going to write. You do not write on cakes unless you've got experience. It will not end well. Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature themed by running a different word. Don't write words, just put letters on. You're not skilled enough, nor are the cupcakes large enough to actually write words, unless you've got the smallest piping bag known to mankind, or the smallest nozzle known to mankind. You're not going to get a word, unless you're a professional. It'd be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea. I'm insulted, by the way. Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school anymore. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Eh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. The cupcakes are still cooling down. Actually, technically speaking, cupcakes are still in the cupcake trays from the oven. So they're still technically cooking because they're in a hot metal thing. You need to put them on a cooling rack, Natsuki. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens the nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. Okay, let's just assume for the sake of God that these bloody things have cooled down before we start icing the damn things. By the way, actually, what flavour cupcakes did we even make? We never even discussed. All I know is that they're the same flavour. That doesn't tell me anything. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Ugh, I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down to 10 cupcakes already, and she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, my dad cooks. I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway. 2 reasons. Is she saying that because he doesn't cook often? Or is she saying that because he'll beat the crap out of her if she doesn't eat all her dinner? I don't really know. I was hoping we could have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance. Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. Take some responsibility, shrimp. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? In what? You've made anywhere from 24 to 36 cupcakes. Did you bring a carrier with you? And at most, they only put 24 in them. So if you made 36, you're shit out of luck. You need a second carrier to get them to school. And then how am I supposed to carry them all? If I've got to, you never carry those things by the handles. That's just asking for problems. It's really a two-handed affair. Unless you like strap them or something. So how do you expect me to ferry all these cupcakes to the school? Oh, I see. Doesn't explain how we're doing it, but it explains the size. If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. You wanted me to make more than one trip? Wow, Natsuki. Cold-hearted. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point, it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Since when did we decide that we wanted to do this? We never did. Weren't we getting closer to Yuri? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. See you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Please don't. What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over any time, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere. Do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Mish, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. If you're gonna have close-ups like that, you probably should have made it a high-res image so it wouldn't be so pixelated, but hey, what do I know? Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. Ew. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I felt it for a while now. Yee! Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Eh? Oh, this just got very awkward. Hi, Mish. Sayori, just now we weren't... I thought you said you weren't coming over because you wanted to be like depressed in your own house. It's okay, Mish. I just realized she's only got 4 fingers. That's unfortunate. She's got 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no, she manages to get 5 on the other hand. Congratulations. One of your hands is correct. I just want to stop by to say hi. Well, you should... I also noticed the music has stopped again. So this is the only 2 times I've ever noticed it stop, when I entered Sayori's house and now that she's entered this encounter. I know, because it's irritating the entire time outside of this. You should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. Then why are you crying? That you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Mish? Dude, don't even know. I'm supposed to be happy for you. Well, no, you're not supposed to be anything for me. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. See a psychologist. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Mish. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. Oh my god. I mean, at this point, I'm so over her pity party, but sure. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica... What the freak did Monica say that she's right about? This seems weird in this context. Monica is right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. You know, Mish is also being an absolute idiot in throwing out these words like this. She's not being specific and giving boundaries. In what nature does she say she's going to be with Sayori forever? Because if you're not specifying as friends, she's going to be thinking something a little more than that. So this is a little on her part being wrong for not being specific. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Mish. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Well, that's true. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. I mean, I technically can't argue with that, but you're making it sound a little more melodramatic than it need be. And more self-derogatory than it needs to be. Mish, I like you so much that I want to die. It's really not a pleasant way to phrase it, you know? I don't want someone to like me so much that they would die just from feeling that they like me. That's just depressing. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. Oh god, what is she going to do? At least I finally got an option. That only took, what, half the game? You'll always be my dearest friend. I'm finally setting boundaries between her and me. Thank God. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but Please trust me that I know what's best. Wow, I'm also being very self-important. Don't worry about what you want or need, girl. I know best. And what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? No, that's called rejection, but I can really stab you in the chest if you want to feel that too. I'm not opposed to the sentiment. I should write a poem about this. Actually, that's a good point. You should. Not only will it marginally make you feel better, but emotions make for great poetry. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment. Remember? For being so selfish. Honey, I'm selfish and it doesn't punish me like this. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Mish. I'll trust you with anything, oh please don't. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. What? What? Can we smash her over the head and knock her out? What is she doing? Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Yeah, I'm in that camp as well. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning and running off. Oh my god, did the neighbors not come running out of the house going, what the fuck was that? Did someone calling the police as we speak thinking that I've just done violence to this girl? Oh, Sayori. I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. Don't feel bad, Mish, at all. I mean, you got a little superior there through your monologue, but technically you haven't done anything wrong. You gave her boundaries. If she doesn't like it, there's nothing more you can do about that. You've done your part. You can't like her just because she likes you. It's not how it works. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. Who are you to say what's right, Mish? But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. And there we have it. Although, my throat doesn't want to keep playing, but like, I want to keep playing. If only I could research how long each day took. Google, how long does Day of Festival take to know if it will hurt Mish's throat to keep going? You know, I might just keep going. Why not? It's Day of the Festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. Oh, music just stopped again. Is it because I'm going to Sayori's house? I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, how did you get the cupcakes to the school then? If you don't help you get them from point A to point B. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the event festival. What? You said you were spending all your time with Sayori. Now you're saying Sayori and Natsuki? Wow. That's so fickle. But knowing Monika, I'm sure the event will be great too. What's Monika got to do with the event? All she's doing is a literature club event. She's got nothing to do with the festival. Mish, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monika is still no music by the way, is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like and submitted it. Wow, you picked one that Monika would like? Interesting. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Yeah, you probably should, because, like, what if she misses the event? Is she gonna blame you for not getting her to the event? I don't really know how Sayori's mind works. Haha. You should take a little responsibility for her, Mish. Wait, why? She ain't mine. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Wait, how do you know about this? Did Sayori tell you? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after... What the frig does it have to do with you being the club president? That's invasive. That's really invasive, Monica. Please. Why would Sayori tell you? But... I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned her down her confession? That makes me feel... Oops, that makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Oh my god, I can't believe you're still talking about that. Just whack yourself over the head with something hard. Please. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica was being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem was neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. Oh, I shouldn't have kept going. My throat is killing me. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Sayori? What? Why are we starting with the percentage sign first and foremost? Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. These words are starting to lose meaning. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Ooh. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem was never actually finished. It just stops moving. That's fucked up. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. You get a pit in your stomach? Usually you talk about in the pit of your stomach. Whatever. Mish? What's wrong? Nothing. Oh, just this ridiculously depressing poem. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori has written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori. So, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. Still no music! What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. I mean, it's not like your responsibility to wake her up at the same time. Like, what are you, her mother? Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. Again, same door, same house. Secretly, we live together. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Does this chick not have parents? Sayori? I mean, to be fair, it is a school day, which means it's a work day, but still. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? No, I was thinking mother, but sure. In any case, it just feels right. It really doesn't. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter the room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what she sleeps in. But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayor? Bye-bye, Sayori! Oh god, that theme music, holy shit. An exception has occurred. See traceback.txt for details. Is that line actually relevant? I'm gonna look and write that down. Oh my god, listen to that music. That's so freaking trippy. Is it in a minor key or what? I don't know. Game/script. See chapter 5 RPY. See trace back. .text for details. I don't think it's going to have any relevance, but I'm going to go through the game files and see if that has any relevance. Well, this is exactly what I wanted to see. To be fair, this is the one thing about the game I know that happens. I don't really know much else that happens for the rest of the game, but this part is the part I knew about, so I'm not wholly surprised. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Jesus, did you not listen to her yesterday? Yeah, kinda is something she'd do. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? Oh god, that xylophone music. Oh my gosh, it's just so grating. Yes, that's the point, but wow. Also, did she leave a note or something or anything, or was the poem her, like, death note? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession. That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Yeah, but at the same time, why should I have to accept her confession just because it will stop her from killing herself? Like, that's not a reason to accept someone's confession. I mean, it's a good way to shunt them over to the psychologist, but you shouldn't put your decisions to dictate on what someone else will do as a reaction to your decision. Right? That makes sense? Don't know if I expressed that well. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Again, see, I don't think you're treating it correctly. Stifling her with support that you don't mean in the way she wants it to mean is not the way to go about it. Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. It's got no grammar. None of this is your fault. 0% your fault. My swarming thoughts kept telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of a relationship, again, this is not healthy, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. Do you want to, like, maybe call the police, call her family, do something, rather than just go, hey, screw the literature club? She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Isn't it, hey? I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 How many times are we going to do this? End. Do I have to hit space or does it do something? And here we go. Main menu. Poor Monica's looking a little fishy. Oh wait, no, that was Sayori. She's kind of got Monica transplanted over her. Actually, no. It's fully not Sayori. It's the three of them smushed together where Sayori used to be. That's a very creepy image. She's got like 3 eyes and a really interesting hairline. And we've also got the new game, a little whack over here. Ah, fascinating. I am loving how this is going. So I will stop there. I really just wanted to get to the Sayori hanging herself part because that's the part I knew and was waiting for. So I'm so glad I just pushed forward to get to that point. So next time we play, we're going to hit what used to be new game and see what the hell is going to unravel. I will of course look up that file in the games doc and see if it's relevant. Probably not, but you know, I'm going to do it anyway. So it says, I'm sorry, but an uncaught exception occurred, which is relating to this. While running game code, Rempy, blah, 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 blah. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I can probably fix this. I think, actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Aha, well, here goes nothing. This is actually important information because if you go to the Steam file, there's one called characters, and if you double click on that, it's only got character files for Monica, Yuri, and Natsuki. Sayori's has completely disappeared. So this person here has deleted her character file. Oh, this is so interesting. Anything else in here? I mean, I don't understand most of this, but it just seems to be setting up the run file. Oh, this is them trying to delete it by the looks of it. Restarting. Okay. Oh, geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? So that's just a repeat. And then, boom, we go into a reboot. That is so interesting.